Is there anything else you want to tell me? What is it your favorite thing is? What is it that's the most exciting thing for you?
Right. Thank you for asking. What's really exciting for us is we think there's a huge need out there. It's a shame that when people get their iPhones out, the only numbers on that contact list is their friends or their family. They don't have their doctors, their lawyers, their accountants, dentists, anybody that their vet, anybody that they want to talk to is not on their phone. You have to call those people on their 1-800 number in order to reach them. So what we did is we're trying to bring text messaging into the office. We're trying to bring text messaging into the business. People are so desperate to use it that they're actually just skipping the phone and using their personal phones to do some text messaging offline. The boss, the company has no idea what that sales representative is doing with their phones via text and their customers. All that data can be brought under one roof, into one database, and can be searchable. It can be used by anybody in the company, and then it becomes a permanent archive of your customers and their relationship with your company. So what we're trying, what we're trying to solve is getting companies off phone and email and start using the language of our day, which is really texting.
Okay, for anybody under now, if I get tired of texting, I can still call, right?
Of course.
If I'm too old for texting, whatever. Or my mom, and she's like, but it does. And I would also have a record of the conversation as well. I would have the text that I received. From the rep or whomever in the company.
And what we do is we give the company a texting line instead of 1-800 line or their general customer support email address. You actually can have a texting line, and that becomes how customers will contact you. And what's interesting is once the customers know they can reach you via text, they're going to want to use it. And so you're going to start seeing people, as soon as they figure out they can reach you through some other means, texting is going to become they're just going to see on their phone, they're going to say, this is Joe's Auto Shop, and this is my mechanic, and this is his text line. That's all they're going to see on their phones. But now on your side, you're going to have multiple service reps service advisors that can actually see and read that text if one's not in, and then respond. So we built Messenger so that whoever is on the inside of the company, if there's anybody in the company logged in, they will get that text. And so everybody gets an answer. That's the thing with text messaging. You have to respond to every inbound, just like you would a phone call. Even more important than a phone call, you want to give people an answer, or else they think you're rude, or it's just not texting etiquette to leave a text unanswered. So what we built is a messaging app that allows a team to see inbound text, and a real-life person can answer. And if nobody's in the office, then you can have an auto-reply answer on your team's behalf.
That's even better. Like I was going to ask you, what happens when there's nobody there to answer the text?
Yeah.
And so, or there might be the weekend person who has to take the phone home or something like that.
We have that too.
Okay.
We have
forwarding.
We have forwarding,
type of
exactly. If you get an inbound,
it's like a medical practice that would have medical emergencies, for example.
If one of your let's say you're a sales rep, and you're being contacted by somebody that's a buyer or somebody is placing a sales order, and you're not at your desk, you can have that message forwarded to your, or you're not even in the office, you can have that message forwarded to your personal phone, so that way you know who's trying to reach you on your company text line.
Sounds great. So I'm impressed, and it's something I might like to try, just to be able to get a hold of people in an easier way. Sounds like this is kind of the future, or you're customer service catching up with what's going on today in some way.
Absolutely. We've just been so shocked that nobody's built this. When Nathan first wanted to bring text messaging in, we thought there'd be other people doing it. We realized nobody solved the problems that we had to solve. And there's some interesting problems if you're going to offer a texting line to your customers. They expect a response. They expect a response relatively quickly. You can't just throw them on a voicemail and just leave them to talk to outbound voice robots. But what we've designed is a messenger that allows maximal visual sharing of that message to your team. And it's shareable. One of the things that happens nowadays is messages get stuck in people's inboxes, or they get stuck in their voicemail boxes. And nobody else in the company knows who sent you an email or what's in that voicemail box, unless you like hack into their voicemail when they're on vacation and try and clear their voicemail messages from. But with text messaging, everybody gets to see it. We're not hiding the customers that are trying to do business with your company. We're not hiding them from anybody. So you can move the whole conversation around and see everything that took place.
And it's all secure, at least the in and out and bound messages.
Yes.
In
yes.
terms of.
Oh, the server interface with the web browser is secure. It's SSL encrypted. It's the HTTPS. It's 128-bit encrypted, and so your messages are not going to get broken into.